Welcome back, ladies and gents. At the end of the last session, I said I was still en route to the camp to get rid of the buffalo pelt. And that's what I'm going to continue doing. But as I see things that crop up while I'm just traveling the countryside, that allows me to take care of some of these challenges in them, I'm going to do them.
Yeah.
Or attempt to do them at least. What was that other? That said Emerald Ranch on the bottom and something at the top. Flat Neck Station. Okay. That was where Reverend Swanson had his little escapade. And I realized that I had... And the area that I had to replay in order to catch back up where I was at was where I had originally discovered this wasp nest or hornet's nest. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Whoa.
Or which one it is. And in that playthrough, okay, I can hear
There we
them.
go.
I don't see them. And now I forget whether it's that tree, or that tree. I think it may be this tree. In that playthrough, I actually shot it to see if it would interact, if there was any interaction with it. No, it must be this one. If it's even here anymore, maybe it's dynamic and it doesn't always spawn in the same place. Although I find that unlikely. But I assure you, one of these trees had a hornet's nest in it. It's just so dark here, I can't, because of the way that my settings, the side of the tree is so dark, even in broad daylight, I cannot really see anything. Moving around to the side here, I can see a little better. Well, at any rate, one of these trees, the dark... Hello, that was Javier.
Stay alert there, Javier.
One of these trees had a hornet's nest on it, and I shot it to see if you could interact with it, because so many other things about the game... Oh, I need to get more food. I am looking after this horse. Or so, the small attention to detail thing. So I shot it thinking maybe it would fall down and then perhaps you could get something out of it, but there was no way to interact with it. And that surprised me because of some of the other smaller details. Can I eat this stew? Yep. I honestly cannot remember if I've ever eaten stew from here. I probably have and I've just forgot it. Actually, I think I have, because I remember saying that looks good, and that actually does look good. And I did cook some stew not too long ago. Yeah, I remember talking about it now. I was chopping wood when I mentioned I had made some stew myself. All right, I want to see about turning... Let's donate. See what it says for donating.
Use some good meat for this stew.
Yep, I'm sure you could. This is just to be sold, so I'll donate it.
Morgan.
Camp funds, 45 cents. Yeah, it donates to camp funds. This is... It just can be sold. It doesn't say anything about being able to use it for crafting.
Thank you.
Duck feather, used in crafting. Used in crafting. Perfect rabbit pelts. Now I want to hold on. All right, donate for crafting. Let me just...
Yeah, looking forward to seeing.
All right, so he can use one of those for crafting. Even though he doesn't yet have his leather tools, he'll take that. Just going to sell that.
It's not the best quality, I'm afraid.
Sell that. All right, donate for crafting. And bison, donate for crafting. Good, excellent.
Make something nice with that. Good job, Mr. Morgan.
Now let me look back at this.
Oh, Mr. Morgan, I've jotted down a few things that I think could be nice additions around here.
Purchase leather working tools. Purchase leather working tools. Yep. All right.
Thanks, Mr. Pearson.
Let me do my morning chores now that we've got that bison taken care of. And listening, that looks like Reverend Swanson sitting there. As I'm doing these chores, it's also a way of listening to what the people are saying without just standing around doing nothing. So I'm still accomplishing something, but I am also able to hear what various characters in the camp are saying, and that's why I do it. In addition to getting the free points, of course. But it is a subtle means of eavesdropping around the camp also. Without being completely boring of just standing around listening to people talk.
So, how are you, Mr. Smith?
Fine.
You been up to much, have you?
Not really.
Read any interesting books recently?
No.
Charles is a very good talker, isn't he?
Seen any plays?
No.
You heard any good jokes?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Well, you fancy sharing it with me?
No.
I knew he was going to say no.
You know, I wouldn't want to be stuck in the wilderness with you, Charles. I've had more fun, well, watching the grass grow.
Please, go watch it.
Oh, gosh.
You know, someday you will warm up to me.
That reminds me of the movie Sling Blade. The way he said, All right. That was interesting.
Hello, Arthur.
Hello.
When are we hunting another bear?
Maybe not for a while.
Yeah.
Might be for the best.
Is there any part of my existence you're not trying to ruin? I'm not sure I appreciate your tone, girl. Well, I'm not sure I appreciate your smell.
Oh.
Put me off my meal.
Put me off
Take
my
a
meal.
bath, please. I will not put up with much more of your tongue, miss. Did anybody lose a pile of turd? I think I found one. You'll get yours one day, my girl. And you won't get yours. That's the problem.
Wow.
That hay goes in one end and comes out the other.
Yes, it does.
I bet them horses sure appreciate that.
I hope they do. And again, that conversation, I think if I've probably said before, a lot of sexual innuendo in that conversation there. I can hear somebody talking. Who is it? Is that Sadie reading a book? I don't think I've ever seen her reading a book. Let me drop this sack. See if she'll talk to me.
So, you met Sean?
Not really, but I've heard him.
Yeah, he ain't the retired type.
Doing good.
Look at the look on her face.
Okay, I'll catch you later then.
All right, Arthur.
See the way she scowled? Her brow got wrinkled and... Okay. At least, you know what? I think... Now that I'm thinking about it, and you know how me and thinking goes, but I believe that is the first time she's not complained about things being so bad. Or, no, don't feel real good or something like that. She wasn't overjoyed, but she wasn't very unpleasant. And I think that might be a turning point.
Jack! Where have you wandered off to?
Uh-oh, is Jack missing? Oh, there he is. I'll take
Good,
those
Abigail?
dead-eye
Yeah.
points.
Starting to like this place. The boy, too.
Good, I'm glad.
Wait a minute. You're starting to like this place and the boy? Haven't you liked the boy before? Yeah, I know she meant the boy starting to like the place also. I was just being facetious.
Hello, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Pearson.
Mr. Pierce. 5 p.m. You know, I
People, it's ready.
stew pot's ready at 5 p.m. That's good to know, even though I already ate. It's also interesting that
Kieran.
I was certain when I first started playing this game that you didn't get, after, I don't know, noon or something like that, chores were no longer available. But obviously, here it is, 5 p.m., and I'm still doing chores. So I was wrong about that notion for certain.
Real shame about them calendar boys, I reckon.
Oh, I need to go to the other side.
You know, I once saw Mac beat up 15 sailors.
That ain't nothing. Everybody knows them Navy boys can't fight. That's why they float.
Oh, that's so.
Sure. Hey, that ain't nothing. I once beat up 20.
Okay.
But, I'm gonna miss Mac. He was a good man. Kind of fellow you like to
Arthur.
rob alongside,
Yeah.
you know? Heartless son of a bitch. But he had a heart. If that makes any sense.
I know what you mean. R.I.P. Mac. Ugh.
Was that Grimshaw that said, "Hi, Arthur"?
Hey there.
Yes?
I didn't want to interrupt what they were saying, but someone said, "Hi, Arthur" to me, and I wasn't sure who it was because when I looked at Grimshaw, she had a bottle in her mouth. So I didn't think it was her. Let's take this water. I'm going to go hunting because the camp is down to red food again, very low on food. Despite Bill's fishing. I tell you what, here's the thing. I grew up fishing. I mean, I fished as a child. I've hunted as a child.
You okay?
Yeah. And only as a child because I joined the military straight out of high school. I was 18, and I went to the South Pacific. Let me tell you,
What a delightful surprise.
that's a
Hello,
good time to be had.
Hello, Miss Grimshaw. How was your meal? Fine. I'm so glad.
There's a rabbit.
You know, while we were stuck up that mountain, I thought long and hard about if we'd have to eat you. Very amusing.
I wonder who donated the rabbit.
I suggested we roasted you alive, but Mr. Pearson was keener on chopping you up and turning you into stew. Said he couldn't bear to see your face for even one moment longer than he had to.
Oh,
You're quite the amusing companion, aren't you?
I like to think so.
you know how earlier in the previous video I mentioned that I think Grimshaw is just a little jealous of their good looks and the fact that she doesn't have that anymore? And then Karen just mentioned by saying that Pearson said he couldn't stand to look at your face any longer. That really had to hurt Grimshaw. Because, yeah, I mean, it's not her fault someone cut her face, you know? Karen In the beginning, I kind of liked Karen, but she's turning into a right witch, is what I'm going to say. I'm going to donate, I don't know, 20 bucks. Get a little more honor. And let's look at, I wonder if it'll tell me who donated the rabbit. I don't think it will. No, Wolf. Okay, that was me. Wolfheart, reading glasses. Javier, silver chain bracelet. Lenny. Lenny! How is Lenny donate? Lenny is not even here. All right, let's get some medicine. And because I think I have to upgrade this in order to, yeah. Upgrade this in order to buy the leather working tools. Look at me standing over there at the ledger still. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to get that. The good stuff. I don't want my people. I still don't know if these apply to everybody or just to Arthur. For example, can everybody stop by here and get this medicine? I don't want to do provisions because I want to hunt for that. But let's, wait a minute, Dutch. Let's give, ooh, yeah, I'm going to do that because, will it take it out of, will it take the $43 out of this and then the balance out of my account so I don't actually have to, oh, wait a minute, though. I don't want to do that. Because if I do that, I won't get the honor for donating. Let me donate some more money. Boy, I'm glad I caught myself there because if it indeed does split it between, take the balance out of the camp funds, then the rest, or the 43 out of the camp funds, and then the balance out of my account, I won't get that honor, and I'd rather have the honor. So let's donate $200, give or take, wherever it stops.
This stuff is horrible.
Because it's not very precise. It moves so fast. Yep, there we go, $200. Okay, now let's see if we can spend that $220 on Dutch's tent. Because it looks like it unlocks. See, it says first things first, so I think it unlocks some other things. Let's do that. Dutch's lodging has been upgraded. Other camp members have been inspired to contribute more. Okay, so that makes them put more money in the pot, so to say. Arthur's next for $325. What was this stuff? Okay, leather. Oh, $225. Yeah, we're gonna have to hold on. Okay, I'm going to donate another $225 and see what mine upgrades to. $225 or somewhere in there, wherever they feel like this is Drew Carey standing there watching me spin a wheel. All right. Now let's look at that and see what Arthur's little place upgrades to. Oh, boy, I didn't put in enough in there, did I? $320. Why do I? Oh, a map to help plan journeys. Oh, geez. You know what? I'm going to do it. I need another $100. We're going to donate another $100. I'll have to go out and make some more money. $101, that's good enough. Get that honor. All right, let's see what my little wagon upgrades to. Your lodging's been upgraded to fast travel map. An additional grooming supply is now available. You can now also fast travel from your personal camp. Okay, so I can fast travel from this, and if I make a camp in the wild, that's what a personal camp is, right? I believe that's what I read that. I read that correctly. And it looked like, based on the cutscene, it was on the back. Is there anything that looks different here? I don't think that horn was there before in that satchel. Although I may be wrong, but that just looks new to me. At any rate, let's look at this fast travel map. Okay, so you can only... I can't zoom in either, but I'm guessing you can only fast travel to places you've already visited, which makes sense. I've visited these 3 places. I was kind of hoping roads would be on there so I'd know where it was at. Okay, anyway, I want to go see if I can shoot some couple of small animals and a deer. And chances are this is going to be a very low-level session, meaning it's probably just going to be me hunting and doing the camp chores.
All starts to taste the same, doesn't it?
I know. Pearson has an unusual talent for removing all flavor.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't have a lot of ingredients to work with because I've been slacking. I think I said early on that it does appear to be my job to provide for the camp. Stop.
Now.
Okay, those are coyotes. We'll get the varmint rifle ready. Is that a raccoon? Yeah, raccoon. I have no desire to eat a raccoon. I think the most exotic thing I've ever ate, I don't even know if exotic is the right word, but gator. I've ate gator.
Evening.
And of course, shark. But I don't know that that's exotic. I think a lot of people eat shark, or at least shark fin soup. Oh, you know what? I took a trip in 2015 or 16. I went to England and to visit my son-in-law and daughter, and me and a friend of theirs and them two went to this restaurant there outside of London. So I don't even remember exactly where it was. It wasn't in London. It was one of the little towns next to it. What is this guy doing? And they had exotic, it was a steakhouse, an American-style steakhouse, but they had exotic animals on the menu. And the friend, her name was Natalie, she ordered that. And I tasted some kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe some bison.
Going all right.
And I don't remember what else it was we tasted while we were there, but that I guess you could consider was exotic. But I'd eaten bison in South Dakota in 1995. Tobacco.
Nature's gift to us all. Focuses the mind like nothing else.
Whatever you say.
Well, I say, why buy it off the shelves when you can make your own?
That's fair enough.
Well, plenty left here if you're interested.
I am going to pick it.
Keep moving.
Because if I remember correctly, that is for Deadeye.
Oh, fine eye, mister.
When he talks about, yeah, I'm full of Indian tobacco, though. Hey, I just thought of something. That fella... You know, he's got all those bundles of plants. Remember that house? Remember that house we went into? I don't even know where it was now. Didn't we go into a house somewhere that had a bunch of bundles of plants, but it was there was no one living in it, or at least no one there at the time? I don't remember where that was. Seems like we were headed up north or northeast, though, when we ran across it. You know what? I think I passed Emerald. Yeah, it must have been up here somewhere. Because I remember there was also, is it this? It may be this right here. Because I remember on the road a little ways up here, there was the Mexican fella that had a bunch of hides and stuff like that, and we stopped and chatted with him for a little bit, and he said, so you trust me then? If you recall that, I think this is the area. This house may belong to that fella right there, because he's always gathering herbs, and every time you see him, he's got pouches full of plants and so forth and so on. So that's what I'm, in my mind, in my lore, in my mind, that's what I'm saying. He lives right there, and he doesn't spend a lot of time there. That's why there was no one there. He's always out gathering new plants. So that's what I'm going to say.
Girl.
All right, anyway, I was hunting. I see plenty of deer, as per usual, and a coyote, fox. Well, there's a deer right there. You know what? Let's just go ahead and take him while we're here. One less thing to worry about. Him or her. It. Oh. There we go.
Yeah. Easy.
There's another raccoon, or the same raccoon. No, it's not the same raccoon. It is a different raccoon. Oh, look at that. American pronghorn doe. 3-star. So it should provide the most amount of meat, I guess. I think I've seen some correlation also to 3-star pelts being perfect pelts. I think we saw that earlier, like just a little bit ago at Pearson. We gave in a couple of 2-star, which are only good quality, I think. And then we gave a poor quality, which was 1-star. But so I'm guessing the 3-star is the best pelts. Like that bison pelt. He could use that for crafting because it was a 3-star. It didn't have any tears or rips in it, I'm assuming. But I still don't know if it affects the amount of meat or products you get from the animal. And I hear a raccoon chattering, running away from me. And I think there was some, yeah, there's some ducks right there. What is that? Boy, these raccoons, there's another, they're just all over the place. But again, I have no desire to eat a raccoon, even in a game. I mean, if I was starving and had absolutely nothing else to eat, I probably would do it. But raccoons, man, you want to get some rabies, eat a raccoon is the way I look at it. Go back on that rock. I thought I might see there's some ducks right there. The question is, what is that? A rodent. Is that it's not a rat. What is it? A muskrat. Wait a minute. You know why I'm here? Can I track that bad boy? Because I certainly haven't seen one of them before. And I need... Let's track him. All right, that was somewhere between 18 and around 18 seconds. So I might be just be counting fast or slow on some things. Did that take me to 6? Yes, it did. Okay, so that counted. See, I can see fish. I just can't fish. Yeah, I just cannot fish. All right, it's 10:40 at night. I don't know if Pearson goes to sleep. I can't recall. Frogs are now starting to croak. I'm just going to take a chance. The reason I didn't shoot those ducks is they were floating in the water, and I don't know if I can recover them if I shoot them in the water. I was hoping to see some setting on the shoreline. That would be the best. But again, I'm dumb for trying to... Hey.
What are you up to at this hour?
I don't really know. There's a rabbit. I've got to stop. I've got to stop trying to hunt animals near the road because there's too much activity that scares them off. Where is that rabbit? There it is. Call my horse over. See, that's a 3-star rabbit. I guess this meal will be for tomorrow's stew pot.
Prison transport. Keep clear.
Yep, I am. Look, I just realized he's carrying the lantern on his belt. Why can't that always be the... Oh, no, he's going to grab it again. All right, well. Any more animals around here? What is that? A vulture. I definitely don't want to eat a vulture, but I'm going to shoot that bad boy because maybe there's 2 of them. Maybe I can use their feathers to make more arrows. I'm guessing they're varmint rifle stuff. Seem like they're kind of stuck on the bottom boards of that home. But if I can get... Horse is following me. If I can get feathers, that'll be nice. 3 vulture feather. And 3 fight. That's what I really needed was the flight feathers. And I got that gamey meat. Don't really want it, but that's what you get. All right, let's go back up in this direction. Because I believe getting away from the road is going to be the best option for now. To try to find some of these other smaller animals. I don't know how... It's 44 degrees. I don't know how accurate the game is when it comes to sound. But you know, in nighttime, sound travels a lot. If I can get my horse to stop, that would be great. Travels a lot further at nighttime. Because there's less other sounds it's competing with. That's not scientific, but you know what I mean. Oh, there's... What is that? Oh, that's just a plant. I need another rabbit or a turkey. Would be ideal. Where is my scent going? Behind me. Excellent. Even though I don't want... you know what? I don't like the way that buck is eyeing me. Okay. Run away. I have seen videos. You know, YouTube videos of deer attacking hunters in the wild. Even elk in Canada, or moose. Look at the way he's just turned and stared at me. I don't like that. Because I don't trust him, because my back is... as I'm looking down here, my back is to him, so I'm a little concerned that he's going to charge me. What is that right there? That's a possum. I just heard him scream. No, that says rodent. Is it possum or rodent? I don't think so. It is a possum, though. I guess it is a rodent. But I heard him scream, so I knew it was a possum no matter what. And then what is that? Is that a rabbit? Jackrabbit. Let's study him. Okay. Let's take him out. All right. Come on, horse. Pick up that. Go to the other side. And I noticed something earlier, or actually in the last video, when I was fighting those O'Driscolls. You hear that? See, that's a possum. When Arthur was swaying, swaying a little bit. He wasn't steady. And I'm thinking that's got something to do with I don't let him sleep enough, and or I don't feed him enough, because he's lost weight every time he has slept except for once. So I'm gonna feed him right now and then let him sleep after we turn this food in. And see if I can. I'm gonna overfeed him is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use that same method I was using before, where he takes the first bite and it's a high-pitched chime, a regular bell chime. And then he takes some more and it's a subdued crunch. And then I'm going to feed him past that point and see what happens. I.e., I'm overfeeding him. And I guess Pearson is sitting there, so he's still awake. I don't want that. I cannot put away the lantern. I applied cover scent? I didn't want to do that. I just was trying to put away the lantern.
Hello, Arthur.
Hey. Let's donate some food.
Stew without good meat is no stew at all.
You're
Mr.
right.
Morgan.
So there's a perfect buck, perfect rabbit,
Very good. We were getting
and a
low.
poor rabbit. I think it was. Oh, see, now it's white. So that did it. Now, we just one run did it. I can't put... Was that my lantern I left there? I don't think so.
But it's on the way. I always wanted to see one of them kangaroos. Giant bucks and rats who keep their babies in their pockets. Oh, God. Oh.
I'm just going to listen to them for a bit.
Thought that up.
A kangaroo.
That's an interesting way of seeing things.
Giant boxing rat, he
Maybe.
said.
We'll head over there one of these days, huh? Yeah. Start a new life as kangaroo farmers.
I've been to Australia. It's a wonderful place.
Had yet.
Is that it? Yeah, can let's greet.
Mr. Morgan.
I'm glad that's all he had to say.
Williamson.
Hello, Arthur.
By the way, you see how Arthur...
You okay?
Hello, Arthur.
Okay, never mind. He's got nothing to say to these people. And they've got nothing to say to him. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to eat. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to cook. Man, it's getting really late. Isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm going to cook some... No, I'm going to eat right now what I have in my pocket, in my pouch. Sleep, and then I'll cook some food in the morning. Because I just got some more food, I believe. Let's eat. Okay, 2 of those. We eat 1 of them. All right, there's the high-pitched bell sound. We'll eat some cooked game meat. All right, subdued crunch. Now, let's overfeed him by eating another one of those. No sound whatsoever. And we eat one more big meal, like a steak. And another subdued crunch. Now let's sleep. We'll sleep. I'm going to sleep till noon because I don't think he slept for a couple of days now. And again, I apologize if you find this boring, but for me, this is just part of the game. It's exploring everything the game has to offer, and that's what I enjoy. I'm not a... Oh, he gained weight. He gained weight. All right. So, yes, overfeed him after that first subdued crunch. Take cigarettes. Take hair pomade.
Arthur.
All right. I'm going to do the chores as I listen to the camp gossip.
What you reading?
Oh, some silly romance.
Aren't all romances silly?
Yes, and this one's particularly silly. I know you and Karen laugh at me for reading this stuff.
Of course we do. But then we read them ourselves.
Do you?
Sometimes.
Huh.
What is it about this nonsense?
I don't know. It makes you feel happy, even as it's making you feel sad and driving you mad for being so stupid.
I know. Oh, and this one's particularly idiotic. About a Scottish lord and a princess who was raised as a peasant, but whose noble blood shines through.
Good grief.
I know.
Can I read it? Is you done?
Of course.
Just don't tell Karen.
Your secret's safe with me.
Karen, is Karen a bully? The way she constantly harasses Grimshaw, and I mean, I can understand her disliking Grimshaw, I suppose, since it's quote unquote her madam. But it seems like these two girls are sort of leery of her also. So I'm guessing she's like the alpha female.
Got some provisions there, do you, Arthur?
Yeah, I got some provisions here. Where are you going? I'm going to have to pay attention to that to see if they actually have some sort of a grudge against Karen. Is that Grimshaw whistling? Oh, no, Pearson. I didn't see him. It's so dark there.
You're like me, Arthur. Always working.
As she sits there doing nothing. I want to see what he's doing, exactly what he's doing. Oh, he's actually taken...
Mr. Morgan.
He's taking potatoes out of a sack, cutting them up, and putting them in the stew pot. And carrots. So the sack on the ground is potatoes, and the sack on the table is carrots, and he is actually physically cutting them up and putting them in the stew.
Brought the loudmouth kid back to us.
I'm sorry. I wanted them to hang him.
Well, he amused
That's exactly how I make
me.
stew.
You done good, Arthur. Loyalty.
What else is he going to use? Is it going to be more detailed than that? For example, will he cut up meat?
Smells delightful, Mr. Pearson.
He might have already put it in there. I'm going to have to take a... See, this is the kind of thing that I find fascinating. I'm going to have to take a gander at that one day and look at from the beginning and what all he puts in that stew. And then look at the stew to physically see if you can see those ingredients. I like that kind of stuff. Discovering things like that about these games. I think that's probably why I'm playing Subnautica. Is the things that you discover there to be able to advance in the game. I've always liked, I've always liked war games for one, but I've always liked games that have a very strong in-game economy and a production chain, if you will, to boil it down to its simplest form, for example, is the Stronghold series. You know, you have farmers that build. Or we'll go back even further. There's an older game, a much older game called Knights and Merchants. The U.S. release was called Knights and Merchants. That game was outstanding for its economy and the way it had its resources set up. Even though it was probably, thinking back on it, maybe like one of those VGA games. It may be that old. But I've always liked that kind of game. Resource management, if you will.
You all right, old man?
Sure.
Arthur. Good.
Here's another.
You know, we've been riding a long time together, haven't we?
What is he writing?
When I first met you, I used to think you were all stuck up.
I know. You told me a fair few times.
I did? Well, I'm sorry.
I can't get any closer in first
No,
person.
you ain't. I don't blame you. I used to think you was one sorry excuse for a man.
Oh, I cannot get it. But
You've changed your mind since then, right?
Absolutely, Bill. Now I think you're a fine, upstanding gentleman who got stuck in the wrong place and wrong time.
You do?
Bill doesn't know sarcasm.
Sure. Something like that.
Well, thanks, Hosea. I like that.
Don't mention it.
Oh my goodness, there was honey dripping from his lips. He was so sarcastic. And Bill didn't get it. See, he's laughing now. All right. Is she coming for me? Yes. Okay, what does she want?
Hey, how have you been, Arthur?
Fine, Mary Beth.
You see that Mary Gillis?
No.
Sure. I saw her.
Get over her, Arthur.
Oh, it's all a long time ago.
Oh. I hope so.
I confess, I messed up my answer because I didn't know her as Mary Gillis. I know her as Mary Linton. And I didn't know who she was talking about. That's why I said no. But I'm guessing that I know Linton is her married name, so I'm guessing that means that Gillis is her maiden name.
How are you?
If I knew that, I forgot about it. That's why I said no, I haven't seen her.
I know the feeling.
All right, well, I don't have to go. I'm guessing I don't have to go out and go on a hunt again because that filled the cat meat. Oh, how can it be one day already? Okay, I do got to go out and hunt. It went from white to red just in one night. Now, what is he doing?
Me? You?
Me.
Yes, you. When are you gonna let me take you out for an evening into town? You know, to like a magic lantern show.
Mr. Arthur, I told Dutch I should tell you. I saw some of Combs' boys riding around.
Down here. What they want?
I have no idea.
They see you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
That's a yes.
thanks for letting me know, Kieran.
Go away, Kieran.
Well, now if I'm gonna go out with you, I'm gonna have to look my best. So
He asked her out on a date.
can I borrow a few dollars? I'm good for it.
Borrow money? Oh, you horrible man.
He butted her up,
Well, you can't blame a fellow for trying.
asked her out, and when she said yes, he said, "You know, I got to look my best for you. Loan me a few dollars so I can get cleaned up." That guy is a scoundrel through. But you know, I can't hate him. I can't dislike him too much. Because, I guess every group has their comic relief. And I suppose he's our comic relief. Come on, Grimshaw, don't run into me. I knew that was going to happen. Hey, Pearson. I'm gonna go get you some more food, doggone it. I can't believe you used... Apparently, he must have used all that deer and rabbit in that stew. That's what I'm saying happened. Because we definitely are back. We went from white... There's not even a... Now, wait a minute.
How's that food coming along, Pearson?
He's hungry.
Not long now.
Is that yellow? So is it red, yellow, white? I don't know if that's yellow or not. It looks a little pale in the daylight. I actually thought it was gold, to be honest with you, because I thought maybe it goes red, yellow, and white. Red being the least amount, yellow being the medium amount, and white being full.
Hello.
How are you, Mr. Morgan?
Mr. Strauss?
How was it looking around Blackwater when you got Sean?
Not good.
Okay, I was mulling over what he said, and I thought he said, how was it in Blackwater when you got shot? And it took me the amount of silence, however long that was, to realize what he actually said because of his accent was, how was it in Blackwater when you got Sean? Because I was thinking Arthur wasn't shot in Blackwater, and that's why I was quiet there for those few seconds. I was trying to parse what he said. And now I realize he said Sean, not shot. And I said I was going to cook here. Let's see if I've got anything to cook since I ate, 4 pieces of food last night before going to bed. I don't know if I've got anything to cook. Yeah, I can cook. See, this is that. I'm sure that's that doggone vulture. I'm going to eat it in this game, but I wouldn't eat it in real life. Why do I have a yellow stamina bar? I mean a core. I don't recall why I have a yellow stamina core.
Hey!
Hey. You're limping. You're favoring your right leg. What's wrong? You know that you don't have to stand right there either. Oh, you know, you can move around, buddy. Plain prime beef? Where'd I get prime? Oh, that was the bison. That's what I remember now. That did say prime beef. I didn't like the way he was. I'm glad he moved on. I only had one plain game. This is probably rabbit, I think, plain game. And I have ascertained that for each type of food, you can have 5. You can hold 5 pieces of it. So, for example, 5 plain game, 5 prime rib, 5 gamey, fine stringy, 5 stringy. So you can actually carry a lot of food as long as it's different types of food. But I've also ascertained that the best food for your health, you know, for your sustenance, is hunted food. Oh, I see. I'm now breaking down these birds. And it's better for you in the game than that bought food, which is probably true in real life also, with all the amount of preservatives and stuff that's in our canned goods and pre-processed foods these days. Once a year I go back home to the East Coast, and by East Coast I mean Georgia. Georgia's on the East Coast. A lot of people think I mean New York for some reason, my nephew is a big deer hunter, and he probably eats venison. Probably the second most meat that he eats is venison. Right after chicken. He loves chicken. When I was younger, I used to like venison, but I also ate seafood when I was younger. I don't eat seafood or venison anymore. Just been to too many third world countries and saw them dumping their sewage and their dead bodies in the ocean, and I don't want to be eating a crab that was just eating on Uncle Bill, you know what I mean? Pistol. All right, I'm going to stock up on these split point pistol cartridges, and then I'm going to see about those feathers we got, see if I can make some more arrows. That wasn't too awful. All right, fire arrow, improved arrow, small game arrow. I'm going to go with small game because that's the only specialty arrow. You actually have to have a small game arrow to shoot small game. So I need that specialty arrow in my opinion. Keeping in mind that I have been getting back arrows when you shoot certain things. I guess if you shoot the animal correctly and the arrow doesn't, ricochet, for example, or the head doesn't get bent, you can reuse the arrow. What time is it now? All right, 2:47. I'm going to go hunt some more deer because I actually like providing for the camp. That's something I enjoy doing, especially now that we can do it. In the beginning, I was a little frustrated because no matter how much I brought back, it wasn't changing. So something between he's peeing on that tree. Something changed, and I just don't know what it is, that allowed me to then start providing for the camp. I'm just glad it did change.
Yeah.
Let's get out the varmint rifle. Again, we're going to look for rabbit or, come to think of it, I haven't seen a turkey in quite some time. Unfortunately, this fella's going to, let me see if I can move ahead of him, but still go slow.
Hello.
Hey, I think I saw more birds, turkeys, and rabbits up here when I come through here. But of course, it'll be when I'm not looking for them. So they'll be everywhere when you're not looking for them, just like everything in life. When in reality, it's the same chance of seeing them as any other time. It's just now you're hyper aware. There's a rabbit right there.
Whoa.
All right, that's 2 rabbits. Now all we got to do is go get a deer. I didn't necessarily... Oh, well, I don't want to do that right now. I didn't necessarily want to use Deadeye, but since I had just hunted, I just want to do this as quickly as possible. Where are you at, rabbit? There you are. Now we'll go down to the river, bag ourselves a deer. Sorry, Brownie. I do notice that the horse, overnight, the horse just tends to, I guess, feed on grasses because he's always refreshed in the morning time. Let's grab the Springfield.
Yep.
There's a deer right there.
Okay there.
Don't. What's scaring him? There's got. Yeah. See, there's someone on the. Oh, look at that. There's a buck. Stop moving. Stop moving. No, he's zigging too much.
I'm just fine without your company, and that don't...
Yeah, that's why I said I'm going to go to the river because there's just too much. Oh man,
Easy.
I wasn't paying attention. What was that? Oh man. Oh man. Oh, man. Look, let him go. He deserves to live.
Yeah.
She deserves to live. I screwed that up big time. There's a lot less traffic Yeah, I got to stop trying to shoot off this horse if the animal's moving, if my target is moving, because the horse just shudders and shakes and moves too much. Yeah, let's go down here. Bird just fly over the sun. I don't think I've crossed this river before, have I? And look at all the deer. And of course, they're all running because of those riders. And I don't want to take the chance of shooting them in the water. I'm worried that you won't be able to recover them from the water, because I cannot remember if I shot one in the water before. I remember shooting one on the edge of the water, right about there, but I don't think I've shot one in the water. There we go. Hello, frog. Although that might be classed as a toad. Let's take a gander. Did I lose my binoculars? Oh, there we go. Let's see if I can study the toad. Yeah, it is a toad. Oh, come on. I'm going to track you, buddy. I can't move. I cannot move. I was trying to walk forward, but I cannot move while I'm in this. Forget it. He's going to go too far, and I won't be able to track him. Let me just put this food in. Ideally, you'd be able to move. I mean, I'm not special in any way or shape or form, but I can certainly look through a pair of binoculars and walk at the same time.
Not a bad haul.
In fact, I do that often because I live next to the mountains, and I have binoculars. I have two pair. I have a pair that were my father's they're from 1944 or 43, and I have a pair that I bought that I think are much more powerful. I mean, they are much more powerful. I was going to say I think they're X by X, but I can't remember what power they are. And I commonly look out my pane glass windows at the mountains. Commonly. I won't say commonly. I don't do it every day. Maybe once a week. Hey.
I'm really bad company.
So I'm walking from standing on one side of the house, walking to the other, looking through the binoculars. So yeah, I can do that. I don't know why he can't.
Arthur, dumbass. The hero returns.
Yep. I realize he's saying that sarcastically. Let me turn these in, and then that's going to end this session.
Roll well, girl.
Look, it might storm. Awful dark at 4:30. Look how dark it's getting. I think it's going to rain. Oh, yes. A thunderstorm. I like that.
I'm down to the scraps here now, Mr.
Okay,
Morgan.
look. Here is 2 rabbits and a deer. And see, you're back up to white.
Many thanks, Mr. Morgan.
Now, I realize I said I'm going to end it, but I'm going to take just a few seconds here to... are there tornadoes in this game? Because oh, look at that. I'm starting to get worried that there's tornadoes in this game. Surely the game is realistic, but not that realistic. And also, will lightning strike you? It's starting to clear up.
Folks seem happy, Mr. Morgan.
Well, good.
We have been provided for.
That we have, Reverend.
Have a fine.
I guess it's clearing up. And I'm going to end the episode right here. Look at that view. That's... right there is just about the view I have outside my windows. The mountains are not that rugged, not that jagged. They're a little more smoother, kind of like that right there. But one of them is snow-capped almost year-round. But anyway, I'll catch you in the next episode. Ciao.